Alright guys, I realized that you never got your place video, so I wanted to get you a video kind of going over place and what it is. So it is an implied stay, just like everything else we do in training, meaning I tell him the word place, he gets on the bed, he gets a good boy, and then he's there until further notice. I don't tell him the word stay. We've gotten to a point where I don't have to be in sight, I can be as far away as I want. And we've also built up his duration, so he can hold a place command for a few hours if he needed to. So place is obviously a bed. It's something different from the floor that has a clear border. So for instance, it couldn't be that rug over there because that's not a clear enough border for him to understand, because as soon as one paw comes off that bed, he's getting corrected on the e-collar. And I want it to be very obvious to him when he feels the e-collar I want that to be obvious why he's being corrected. So if he were to step off this little doormat, it wouldn't be enough of a difference from the floor that he's already on for him to really understand, oh, I'm being corrected because I'm getting off place. Let me fix it. Whereas on this bed, as soon as he steps off, it's a lot more obvious that he's stepping off something. And in his mind, he says, oh, I feel the e-collar, I was told place, let me bring that foot back on the bed. So he can stay there. If I walk out of sight, we'll stay on that bed. Good boy, Duke. If I come up and pet him, good job. And then walk away, he's still gonna stay there. We also utilize place with the doorbell. So someone knocks on the door. We've got my dogs that think it's real. So ideally, in a real life situation, what would happen? Doorbell rings or someone knocks, dogs come running up to the door, bark, bark, bark. What's gonna happen is we'll walk over to the place bed. Duke, come. Duke, place. Good boy. And then walk back over to the door. Open up the door. If it's a package, great, I can grab it. If it's somebody coming in, say, hey, hi, hello, come on in. And then that way Duke stays on the place bed. And your guests can come in, sit down, you can chat for 10, 15 minutes. And after, they're not as cool anymore 15 minutes after they've gotten here. So when you release Duke, he's a lot less likely to jump up and be overly excited when guests come over. Good job. Good boy. So as far as release command goes, there are 3 parts to it, and we want to be very specific in hitting all 3 parts. Part 1 is he has to give me eye contact, and he has to offer it up. I don't want to call his name, I don't want to make noises at him, I just want to wait him out. And then I tell him the verbal word, okay, and then I use my body language to guide him out of the command. So I'm going to stand up, make sure his mohawk's out of his eyes so that I can see his eye contact. And then the most I can do is move around him. I don't want to make noises or call his name, like I said. I just want to move until he offers me that eye contact. So as soon as he does, Duke, okay, Duke, come. Good. So normally I just want to, Duke, come. Good boy. Duke, sit. Oh, come. Oh, come. Good. So a little confusion here. Sit. Good. Good boy. Just because he's unsure, he's like, really? You want me to come off the bed? Are you sure? Normally I just stay on. And that's totally fine. A lot of times there will be a little bit of confusion, especially when he comes home. Duke, okay. Duke, okay. Place. Especially when he comes home, he's gonna have an adjustment period where he doesn't quite understand that you get the rules too, you understand everything, and that you're gonna follow through with everything. So as soon as he understands that, then things will be a lot easier when he comes home. But as far as confusion right now, where I know that he knows the things I'm telling him, I just bring a little bit of clarity with the e-collar and body language. So e-collar brings clarity just because it's the same no matter what. If I tell him come and I'm bent over in an inviting position, he's not coming, he feels that e-collar and he knows, oh, okay, right. She said come, that means go to her. Good job, buddy. And when I release him, I do want him to move. So if he didn't get up when I told him okay and I hit all 3 points of that release command, I turned it into a calm command because I want him to understand it's time to get off the bed. Now, if he were to come to me and then I just said, okay, thanks, buddy, and he went straight back to the bed, that's totally fine. He can go straight back to the bed of his own volition. He's not on a place command because I didn't put him there, but he's more than welcome to just hang out on his bed. So, this is the place command. He's awesome at it, loves it. Place is different than kennel. We don't want to tell him place when we're putting him away, putting him in his kennel, whether we're leaving to run an errand or we're putting him in there for bed. We want to make sure that kennel stays kennel and place stays place. So, doing really good.